Welcome back to the channel, guys. Sitting behind me is a beautiful 2025 E-Ray Corvette that we just supercharged. Let's pop the hood, guys, and I'll go into detail on what we did to this thing as well as what an E-Ray actually is.
Experience the thrill of unrivaled performance. Our team of experts takes your ride to the next level. From horsepower gains to custom enhancements, we deliver results. Late model Racecraft. We talking or we racing?
For those of you that don't know how to spot an E-Ray out in the wild, there are a few things that give it away. Obviously the E-Ray badge on both sides, as well as the factory wheels from GM look different than the Z06. And same with the body components. It is a wide body like a Z06 compared to the Stingray. So it looks like a Z06 from the body standpoint. The wheels give away that it's an E-Ray as well as the badge. But those of you that do not know, what makes this platform unique is that it looks like a Z06 but has the engine of a Stingray. So it's still a 6.2 liter pushrod engine compared to the Z06, which is a 5.5 liter engine, flat plane crank engine. This is the same engine that comes in the Stingray, rated at 495 horsepower. What's cool about the E-Ray on top of the Stingray is the electric assist up front. So you have an extra 160 horsepower with the batteries in the middle of the car and the extra motor that is a front assist as you take off. And we actually, one of the last E-Rays we've done quite a few of these, but on one of them, just to see how much horsepower it actually put to the ground on for the front tires, we hooked up the hub dyno to the rear hubs, to the rear wheels, and we put the front tires on our Dynajet to show how much horsepower it gives. And it was cool to see because it's a linear curve the opposite way. From a stop, it would give 150 front wheel horsepower to the ground, and as speed increases, horsepower slowly drops. So I think it was like, by the time it made 150 horsepower, as soon as I stabbed it on the dyno, by the time I got to 95 miles an hour, I think it was about 50 horsepower going to the ground on the front tires. So this thing from the factory, just over the Stingray, having that extra 160 horsepower, 150 to the wheel, makes this thing accelerate so much quicker stoplight to stoplight than the normal Stingray. Now I will say, even the Stingray, because the engine's in the back, they hook up a lot better than the normal C7 and C6 did, but having that electric assist up front makes a huge difference stoplight to stoplight. It feels incredible. And this customer obviously wanted more than just the basic 495 horsepower and 150 in the front, so we added our stage 1 supercharged package to it. So we bumped this thing up from, I think at baseline 444 rear wheel horsepower to now it's making 600 and, I think it's 620 Let me not lie to you guys. Baseline was 444, now we're at 624 to the rear wheels, guys, and it still has the extra 150 front wheel horsepower. Y'all can see we picked up, so that's a solid 180 rear wheel horsepower gain, about 110 rear wheel torque. Look at how beautiful this is. So again, it is a ProCharger, so it's a P1X head unit. We have it all black. And again, another thing that makes this setup cool, y'all hear me talk about a root style supercharger, Whipples and Magnusons and centrifugal superchargers, and how the boost comes in. Because this is a centrifugal supercharger, the boost is linear. So as RPM increases, boost increases, horsepower increases. Well, because it has the electric assist up front, you get the best of both worlds. You get all the low end torque from that electric assist taking out from a stoplight, and then as you're accelerating and as RPM climbs, the engine gets more boost, more boost, more boost. So this thing, stoplight to stoplight, and from really low rolls, like this thing I just took to lunch, from like a 30 punch and you just stab it, just dead hooks and goes. It is so much fun. Now if you want to turn traction control off, yes, it will spin the tires to give you a fun car to drive. But our stage 1 supercharger package, guys, for those of you that do not know, y'all can see the little bubble here. The head unit actually mounts here. Air filter goes this way, and because the engine's in the back, the serpentine belt in the front that runs off the crankshaft, you can't see. So you have to have the ProCharger here with the jack shaft. So the supercharger's here, spins this, which spins the jack shaft. This jack shaft runs to the front to run the serpentine belt that runs off the crankshaft. So as the crankshaft spins, the crankshaft is spinning the jack shaft, which spins the head unit, the ProCharger, which gives us at least 6, 7, I think at this setup is like 7 or 8 pounds of boost right here. And it is very nice, meaning like an air to water intercooler. So this is like a big radiator right here in the intake manifold, guys. Y'all can see this is where we fill it with coolant. There's an aftermarket heat exchanger that we mount over there that has a fan on it. So as this car is idling and driving around, coolant is constantly flowing through this to keep the intake air temps down. So when boost comes in here at, let's just say 200 degrees, by the time it goes through the heat exchanger, the built-in intercooler on the intake manifold, now our air temps are, let's say, 120 degrees at this boost level. So again, those of you C8 owners out there looking for more boost, more horsepower, this is a great package for you. Again, I think it's cool because of the sounds you hear, which you'll hear in a second. You get the supercharger whining in the back, and you have the electric motor whining in the front. It sounds really freaking cool. So let's hop in it now, and I'll take you guys for some quick, short little drives. We'll do little short bursts so y'all can hear this thing in person. All right, out driving this beautiful new 2025 E-Ray. Looks like it has right at 1,200 miles on the odometer now. For you C8 owners out there thinking of options on what to do to your vehicle, our Stage 1 Supercharged package is a very good choice. This thing still has the factory headers, factory cats, factory exhaust. It literally drives like a stock vehicle from exhaust point in the way that the driving manners are. The only difference now is when you get on it, you can hear the supercharger whine in the back. Even at idle, you can hear it. The centrifugal supercharger has a great sound to it. When you put it together with the electric motor, with the electric assist, it sounds incredible. For those of you that have not driven an electric assist vehicle like this, it sounds incredible. It is so, the instant torque you get makes it so much fun for stoplight to stoplight and just little short bursts from 30 to 60 or just to try to pass somebody real quick. It's instant. And again, we can do a supercharger package to it, which is like a centrifugal. We can do a root style supercharger on to give you even a whole bunch of torque in the back and the front. Or we do our twin turbo package to these things as well, which gives good horsepower and torque across the whole power band, depending on how much power you want. So again, C8 owners out there, we have several options to choose from. Whether you just want to keep it simple and go with one of our Stage 1 boosted applications, you can't go wrong. And then people that want more than 620, 630 to the wheel, that's when we got to start stepping up fuel systems, going maybe inside the engine, even putting a camshaft in it to get us well over 700, 800, 900 to the wheels really easily. But taking a car like this from the factory and driving, like right now, just normal acceleration, you can hear the supercharger whining. It sounds so good. There's no bypass valve on this thing, so this is something that's different. Most supercharged, when I say like centrifugal supercharger applications, not most, almost all of them have what's called a bypass valve, and when you let off, it releases the pressure that's in between the supercharger and the throttle body to atmosphere. Because of the piping and the fitment of how much room we have for the C8, ProCharger developed this system without a bypass valve on it. But again, we've made over, I think, 1,100 to the wheels in a C8 that had a ProCharger on it, and it had zero problems even without a bypass valve. but we have also built them with bypass valves. Customers that wanted custom stuff done, so we've done it both ways. But for your basic standard kit, they come without a bypass valve. So just to give you guys an idea, hopefully Jason, you can see this, the electric output. It's just cool to see. And then I'll go from like a short little, I'll leave it in sport mode, traction control on, which I can turn it off, and it will just spin the tires a little bit. I want you guys to see how quick this thing accelerates. It's so much fun to drive. And it idles so quiet. It's like a stock car. So this customer wants at least more exhaust note. We could obviously put a different cat back on it, get rid of the factory cats, put a high flow cat on it. Several different things we can do. But like, look at this, just second gear, well, rolling into it. Absolutely insane. Just dead hooks and goes, and it sounds so good. I don't know if y'all can hear it. You get the supercharger whining in the back, and you get the electric motor screaming in the front. Absolutely incredible. Dead hooks and goes. I'm actually gonna try first gear. I'll leave it in sport mode and do the same thing. I'll just act like I'm rolling off from a stoplight and then just stab it. Man, these things look so good. I'm glad they put the wide body on them. It makes them look really good. So let's act like we're just rolling off from a stoplight. Shit! Golly! And I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard about the so-called E-Ray, I thought it was gonna be like an all-electric Corvette, and I'm like, oh god, GM, don't do that to us. No one wants an all-electric Corvette. But the way that they did the electric assist like this with the front, I do love it. It is a lot more weight because you have the big batteries in the center of this thing, but having that extra electric assist for the front tires, essentially an all-wheel drive Corvette, it is very hard to beat. Especially when we start putting even more and more horsepower to the back. Just so you guys know, we can put 1,000 rear wheel horsepower to the back, and that electric assist still just helps us hook up. So say someone pulls up next to you. Okay. It actually spun the tires just a little bit right there. Just a little bit. I think you guys get the idea. She dead hooks and goes. 180 rear wheel horsepower gain from bolting this package together and still drive like stock. Very hard to beat. And we can do the same thing with turbos or even the root style supercharger, depending on what you want. So we'll end this video here, guys. Comment below, let me know what y'all think about the E-Ray in particular versus the Stingray and the Z06s and the ZR1s, and the ZR1X is essentially this exact same thing. It's a ZR1, so it's a 5.5 liter twin turbo in the back with the electric assist up front. That's what makes the ZR1 different from the ZR1X, which is kind of what makes this different than the Stingray. So anyways, I'll quit my rambling. Comment below, let me know what y'all think about this platform and how we did with this stage 1 supercharger package. As always, I appreciate those that follow our channel. Man, if you don't own a C8 Corvette, but you know someone that does, please share this video with them. Hopefully they can learn a bit and have an idea of what they might want to do to their vehicle in the near future. Until next time, guys.